Today we have this 1950 Smith Corona Super Speed vintage desktop typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. This is a manual typewriter, so it doesn't need electricity or batteries to operate it. Has an adjustable paper guide that you can adjust from side to side, and I like to line it right up with the platen. And the platen is your main roller that feeds the paper, and this is your paper bale that sits on top. The margins are located behind this panel that flips back and shows left and right. So left is up, so that will move the margin to wherever you are. When you lift it up, it'll send that margin to that spot you're at. You could also move it with your finger like this. Same with the right side, and if you want to move it more towards the edge, the right margin is down, so you're going to push it down and move it. You can also move that with your finger. So that's pretty easy to use and fun once you get the hang of it. And when you get to the end, you can hear that bell ding. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. You hit this line space, gets you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Right now we have it on single, but if you want double, you just flip this switch down 1 notch. Skips 2, 1 more, and that skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep it on single for now and finish typing. As you can see, all the keys type nice and none of them skip or stick. Type a sentence on the next line. Very nice machine, very sturdy and heavy. I prefer using desktop typewriters because of that, because they're so sturdy. They don't move around on you, and they're just strong and made out of really nice quality parts with these Smith Coronas, so this will last forever if you take care of it. To pull the paper out easy, there's a switch on the right side here. You just flip that down, and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easy or load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. If you couldn't see that, it's this lever right here. If you flip it forward or down, it'll unlock those rollers. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it will not load correctly. Got a backspace on the left side here. That works good. Shift on each side and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, you just hit that shift button again. MR stands for margin release. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a locking mechanism that prevents you from typing past that. And if you hit that MR, it'll allow you to go all the way to the end. This is your tab function. This is space bar on the top. Right now there's no tabs set, so it'll go all the way to the end. We'll set it one right there, and when you hit that tab button, it'll stop at that spot. And if you hit that clear button on the left side, it'll clear it. You could set as many as you want. I'm going to keep one in the middle, so that way if this gets hit, it doesn't go slamming all the way to the end, causing wear and tear on your typewriter. This switch on the top left is your ribbon direction. So if you open up the hood here, all the brand new ribbon is located on the left side, so it's pulling to the right. If you switch this, it's got an automatic, so sometimes that'll get stuck. It's got an automatic ribbon reverse control, so it'll switch on its own whenever one side fills up faster than the other. But that's how you switch it manually. We're going to keep it pulling to the left side for now. This is your touch control, and you lift it up and move it. The higher you go to the left, the more tension it is when you hit the keys. You got to hit them a little harder and they respond faster. When you have it on the right side, you don't have to hit the keys as hard, but they don't respond as fast. You have a carriage release on each side here, right on the knob. This is your all tab reset. So if you hit that, it'll reset all the tabs you have set. So we're going to reset that. This is your carriage release on the left side, and this switch here, if you push it to the front, it'll disable the spacing mechanism, so that way you can get to an exact spot on the page. When you flip that back, each one of those clicks is one space, so That's for getting to a spot that's not an exact space. This is your ribbon color selector. Right now it's on the left, which hits the top portion of the ribbon. You put it in the middle, the ribbon vibrator doesn't go up at all. If you push it to the right, the ribbon vibrator goes up higher, so you hit the bottom portion of the ribbon. That works good, but we have a solid black ribbon on there, so we're going to keep that on the left side. And that's about it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.